Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a little update video and a future project video. The bug has had some progress. And it's going pretty good. I've got some more metal repair done. I am not recording much of it. There's been a ton of welding, cutting, grinding, all of that in previous videos, so figured I would fast track this, try to get a little bit knocked out while I am not recording. It usually goes twice as slow, if not more, when trying to video and do this at the same time. So I have been working on it off camera. I'm currently stripping seam sealer on the inside so I can get to these areas here. Quite a bit of rust. I was hoping that the yellow body that I have, the original body to this car, had good ones, but it did not, sadly. I've gotten a lot of this stripped. It looks rough, but it's not. It's mainly from the little Scotch-Brite pads on my die grinder, so looks rough, but it's pretty smooth. Mainly this is, I think, primer left over, so I need to hit it with the DA after. Metal repair down here. Finished the metal repair up here. My welds still are not the best, and finishing the welds still much to be desired there, so but it's getting better, so way better than the monstrosity over there. So also a little metal repair there. I still need to pop this dent out right here. This whole section right here needs to come up just a bit. Actually, you can kind of see it. It looks like something hit it here and just kicked that whole section down. The bottom is flat still, but this top part is sunken in a little bit. There's also, you're not going to see it, but there's a small dent right here. Quite possibly even just a skim coat of filler would take care of that. Metal repair here, metal repair there. Surprisingly, this side was pretty good. There's a little bit right here that I fixed as well. This is going to need a lot of work. Huge dent here, same right here, not as bad. I am going to make this a removable apron. Probably going to do that in this video, so that will be coming up. Still need to get in here and strip. Looks like there is some damage right here. I don't see it on this side, so I'm going to assume it's behind this. So I'll have to get in there and see what kind of damage we have. Everything else, that I don't believe is rusted away. Looks like maybe the seam sealer is just gone. There's definitely rust there, but I don't believe it's a rust hole. And then you got all this. So I tried sandblasting, and I did a little bit on the inside. As you can see, half the dash is done, but I've got so much moisture in my air lines that it kept clogging up, so that's why I had to build that little water trap. There is this damage here. That is the back side of the piece in here that I need to fix. And then pinholes here, which I'm sure when I go to weld those, they're gonna blow out to be more than a pinhole. It seems kind of the theme for this, the way that it's going. I need to fix some of the captive nuts for the fenders. And then all of this has been repaired previously. I still need to get inside and fix that horrible mess there. I need to do a lot of grinding to make it better. Also, there is a rust hole right here that I need to fix. But as far as this goes, don't mind all the crap on it. It's OSPO, so I need to wipe that off and clean it up. This, sitting as long as it has, got a lot of surface rust on it, so I hit it with the OSPO. But yeah, pretty much everything else is done. Need to finish sandblasting, need to finish stripping the paint. There is some rust holes underneath of the heater channels. Luckily, the tube inside of the channel is good. So the metal that's underneath of the heater channel is the part that needs to have a little bit of work done. So not much left. I say that, but then there is a whole lot left. I still need to get into the triangle holes, sandblast in there, clean that out really good. I went ahead and took the rest of the wiring harness out, mainly because I've stripped all of that that foam, whatever it is that they used in there, the sound deadener. All of that is stripped, so it's easy to get the wiring harness in and out now. So I went ahead and removed it so it would not get damaged. I still need to remove that sound deadener on the package tray and then sandblast the rest of the interior. But it is going good. Brought in the fenders and such. I don't think I'm going to use these front fenders. I think I'm going to go with the earlier style. It's already a Franken bug, so may as well make it the way that I want. I've got an old gas tank there. I'm going to weld up the gas tank door, the moon vents, get rid of all of that junk. So moving on to this. I had a ton of water in the tank. I drain it every night that I'm done, but it is still, it fills up with water so quick. We have such high humidity here in Virginia, so I made this. I have never welded, or not welded, but soldered copper pipe before. It was definitely a learning experience. This was very expensive. It cost me about $400 to make that. 10-foot copper pipe is very expensive. The fittings are expensive. Everything that I went to do with this project was very expensive. So 400 bucks for a water trap, which compared to some filters and such, that isn't a bad price, and it is a decent size. So the main difference is the wood on the walls. So I have put insulation, the fiberglass insulation. You can see a little bit of it right there where the wall stops. I am going to eventually cover all of the walls except for where the pegboard is, but up here, all of this will be covered with wood. That way I can hang stuff up. Got a little golf sign over there, but I will be putting wood up there as well, along with all around the garage. This is old decking board. My buddy owns a campground. Any of the permanent campers that have their pull-behind campers there, they make decks and leave them there permanently. Well, whenever they need a deck replacement, he takes the wood up and normally gives it to me. So I power wash it and then use it for this. So it's going to take a little while to get all of this, but hey, it's free wood, and decking boards aren't cheap when you go to buy them. So I'm cool with that. And it's got the rustic used look. The other side is very rough, but the boards are still solid enough to be able to put them up and hang stuff on them. So works out. But back to the water trap. I have this filter here. It didn't do a damn thing to keep up with the water from this cheap air compressor. So that tied in with this should get rid of all the water. This air compressor is going to go away. It is too small for what I need. It's 21 gallons. It's electric, oilless, so it is not great. The one that I want, I think, is about 1,600 bucks. It's a 5 horsepower. Should be more than enough for what I need to do here in the shop. There's no way that I could paint this car with that air compressor. It just cannot keep up for doing anything. So I'll be getting a new one. It's going to take a while. I won't have it by the time this bug is done, just because that's a lot of money, and I need to save up. So yeah, moving on. My buddy is going to paint the bug for me. I'll put up a couple pictures of a vehicle that he has done recently. Dude is amazing with a paint gun and an airbrush. So he offered to paint this for me as long as I bought the paint. So I said yes. It would take a big headache off of, or a big weight off of my shoulders, mainly because I'm not a painter. I'm not a body man. I don't do any of this. At least I don't know how to do any of this yet. So it would suck to go through, strip all this paint, and go to paint it myself, and then just screw it up anyway because I'm not a painter. So he offered to paint it. I said yes. So he will be doing the honors of painting this. I've got a color in mind. It's kind of typical for a bug, but I'm not going to say what it is yet. So I am going to put you on charge. I'm going to finish stripping some paint off of the gas tank fenders and such like that. And then I'll bring you back when it is time to try and remove this apron. I'm pretty sure all I need to do, remove these spot welds down through here on each side. There is spot weld here, here. There's a weld going across here that I'll just have to grind away. And then I need to remove some seam sealer on each side, and it should come off from what I've seen. So yeah, so I'll bring you back when it is time to do that. I'm also going to strip some more seam sealer on the inside. Borrowed this tool from, where is it at? From my buddy who's going to paint the bug for me, and it's amazing. It's a Matco. It's made for removing seam sealer, such like that. But that air compressor, being completely full, runs it for less than 30 seconds. So it is not a fast process. It should be way faster than the way that I was doing it, with a hammer and a scraper, just scraping it off, getting it thin, and then hitting it with the wire wheel. It seems to work pretty good. That tool should go way faster than that, but my air compressor sucks. Oh, that sucks. That wasn't a weld. So I don't think that I'm broken through all the way up here. I think it's through now. Oop, just hit you. Yeah, that's free. So that is, oops. This is a spot weld that needs to come out. So instead of using that spot weld cutter on this, here and here, I think I'm going to I'll take the finger sander and hit that. This, I'll just chop that weld with the grinder real quick. All right, so I think the only thing holding it now is the seam sealer on the inside. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then I'll bring you back when it's time to rip this off. All right, so I think we are at the point to where this will come off. I got all the spot welds on the inside and the outside, so it should. Let's see, it's hanging on something. Well, it didn't come off like I thought, but it came off, so. Main reason I wanted to do this, can you even see me? Main reason I wanted to take this off is because of the dents here. I'm hoping that, yeah, so I can get behind this right here and be able to pop that out, as well as fix any of the damage on this. There's quite a bit of rust on the inside here, so good thing that I took it off. And I wanted to be removable anyway. I'm not gonna put it back on solid. I'm gonna make it so it can be removed if I need to take the engine and remove it or install it. So yeah, like I said, rust up in here, so I'll probably come in and sandblast. I see that there's a good bit of rust here. Looks like just this inner skin, so what I'll do is probably trim it back and just put a patch in there. There was another person on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, something like that, I can't remember who it was, where it was. I think it was Instagram actually. They are also doing a removable apron, and they were talking about these wings here. Instead of leaving it on that rear apron, I just cut it down the middle, so that way it's still in place. Left that spot weld there, so that way when I put the new piece on, it'll just mate up to that and there's still no air getting by. So I think that'll work a little bit better. I did notice some damage on this. I don't know if it is that big of an issue. If I can buy a replacement of that, I will, and I'll just tack that piece in. The rest of it looks okay except for being crushed, but I can bend that back into shape. So, so yeah, there's a good bit of rust here too. Same thing, it's that inner panel, so I'll just cut that out and put a new square, rectangle, whatever in there. Still need to come through with that seam sealer removal tool and get all of that out, and then I'll probably sandblast this just because it'll be easier to strip that way. That way I don't hit these and break them off, and I can put the new tar board on there. But I think that's going to be the end of this video. I didn't really have a game plan for today. Mainly before I go, let's go take a walk and look at the new project. So this was local to me, somewhat, maybe 40 minutes away. That's local for here. So saw it on Facebook. It is the guy that I bought the black Porsche 944 parts car from. Yeah, he's got more vehicles, so I'll definitely be looking at the rest when he puts them up for sale. But I picked this up. It was 350 bucks. It is pretty decent shape. I need to sandblast it. I may sandblast it. I may use the little flapper discs on my die grinder. I'm not sure what I'll do yet, but it's got the pedal cluster and a scat shifter, which is pretty cool. That is an old shift rod with the coupler that I had. But I'm going to do all new brake lines for it. I'll strip it down. Well, it's not really much left to strip down, but I want to repaint it and do all of that before I do anything else on it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I've got an engine that is ready to go. Got a transaxle. I got the axles and CV joints for it. Need to do a bit of wiring as far as the main wiring harness, seeing as there is none. And then I'll do all new brake lines and brakes on it. So I'm pretty freaking excited. This is going to be worked on while I'm working on the bug, mainly because the content for the bug right now is just kind of boring. All the metal repair and sanding and grinding and all of that. So I will try to fill the channel with this and then just give small updates on the bug. And once it's painted and I start putting it back together, I'll record more. But for now, it's no fun to watch all of that stuff. So if anything happens interesting, then I will be sure to record it. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. I need to put a floor on it, find some seats, and get a gas tank, which I've got a spare bug tank. I might just use that for the moment until I can get like one of the circular ones that go back here. So yeah, I'm really excited. So make sure, if you have not already, to like, comment, and definitely subscribe. The last project didn't work out, which was the orange bus. So I'm going to do a little series on the dune buggy. So definitely can't wait. Actually, what is this? Sand rail? I don't know. Dune buggy, sand rail. Same thing to me. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the content to come on the dune buggy.